What is going on, peeps? How's everyone doing? So, I will say I actually have recorded a bunch of car videos of me just talking in the car like I am right now, but I have not posted them because I've been kind of upset with the audio quality. You can hear like my car in the background and my like blinker right now. Like there's my blinker and my windshield wipers, and it's kind of disappointed me in the quality, and I think it's kind of distracting for my videos because you guys are trying to watch me play games and just talk to you, and it's not the best quality, but now I'm just like, might as well roll with it, you know. It's a good time for me to just talk to you guys. I'm driving, it just makes sense. It's when I'm thinking about things, so I'm just gonna roll with it, try to edit as much of it out and make it sound as good as I can in the back or in the editing. But hope everyone's doing well. I wanted to talk about my Thanksgiving that I went to last weekend. So, to give you guys some backstory, my parents are split, so I usually have two Thanksgivings, one with my mom's family and one with my dad's family. And you would think, why do you have two? Because they usually fall on the same day, right? It's Thanksgiving Thursday. No, not for me. My dad's family, they always do it the weekend before. So if Thanksgiving's coming up on this Thursday, we would usually have it the Saturday before. And which is super nice. So I get to go to two Thanksgivings. Like that's pretty clutch. But something very funny happened at this one at my dad's Thanksgiving. So there's a bunch of little kids there. My cousins have a bunch of kids that are older. My cousins that are older than me, that are in their 30s, they have a few kids. So it's always fun to see them. They always play around and whatnot. It's good to always see everybody and see how much they've grown. And, you know, so they're like ages like, well, there's one that's 2 years old, and they probably age up to 8 years old. So anywhere between 2 and 8, which is super fun. But I was playing with the one that's around 8 years old. We were playing a game on Xbox called Goat Simulator, which is a bizarre game I have never really played before, which is kind of funny. But so we're playing the game together, and I can already tell that he's a little interesting. My cousin, he acts a little bizarre, a little different, and we're playing this game, and he did something like really cool, and I said, oh dang, that was pretty clutch. And then he like stopped playing the game. He looked over at me and he said, no one says clutch anymore. And I was like, what? And that was super weird. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? What are you talking about? And he's like, nobody says that anymore. Like I had said something that like you're not supposed to say because it's outdated. And I'm like, well, it was pretty clutch what you did. And then he just kept playing the game and ignored me, which is kind of weird for an 8-year-old to say that to someone that's 25 years old that's playing with them, you know, and trying to connect with them. And then, like, he's going and we're playing this game, and all these funny things that he says, like the whole 6-7 thing, which I actually have no understanding of. I've seen it a couple times on social media, but I actually do not understand what it is. So he started doing that, and I'm like getting confused, like what is he doing? So I'm trying to keep up with everything going on here while playing the game with him. He's saying like all these terms and I'm like, whoops, there goes my alarm. And I'm trying to just keep up with what's going on. So the whole main point of this is for me to say, I think social media, well, we know social media has a very huge influence, but I swear to God, it's like ruining a lot of people, a lot of kids. I don't think we think a lot about the younger generation, like us, the Gen Z guys, because I'm 25. And we think about how it screwed up us and our perception on everything. But there's a group of like 5 to 10-year-olds that are going around just yelling 6, 7 and stuff and seeing all this stuff, all this content, watching it all day. They're not watching Blue's Clues and Barney. No, they're watching Mr. Beast and 6, 7. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I think there's a lot, not necessarily brainwashing, but it's the influence that it has on this upcoming generation. It's crazy, because he's saying so many things that I don't even know what they are, besides the whole 6, 7 whatever thing, and telling me that clutch is not cool anymore. And I'm like, what? So I wanted to use the time today just to kind of talk about how social media is just influencing. It's something we don't think about, I really think, is that it's not only influencing our generation. We were like the first generation that grew up on it, but this next generation is like fully attached to it. Like that's where their entertainment and their media comes from. And it's what they watch. So like, they're watching all these Minecraft YouTubers and all this Roblox stuff, because apparently Roblox is like the it thing. It's the it factor. But it's crazy to think that all these kids are growing up on this and consuming this and aren't watching like a whole lot of like even Netflix and shows on streaming platforms. They're watching YouTubers, which I'm not saying we didn't do that, but the difference between the YouTubers and content we watched compared to now is completely different. The content made now is definitely more centered towards driving as much views and focused around the algorithm. So guys like Mr. Beast and all these really cringe YouTubers. But back when we used to watch YouTube, back when I used to watch it 15 years ago, I'm watching like let's play videos of like games that were not cringe. They're just like going over the game. Like I remember watching a bunch of like the old Call of Duty like professional players like Nade Shot and Scump and all those guys, like when I was 12 and 13 when they were playing Black Ops 2 and all that, and Call of Duty Ghosts and all those games. And then like even before that, like watching all the Minecraft let's play YouTubers, like God, who were they? Oh my gosh. But there was that huge group like Captain Sparkles and all those guys, but those guys are not, they were like, when you would watch them, they felt like they were regular YouTubers. They were not like actors acting like complete idiots like a lot of the new people in the content are, just to appeal to that lower aged audience. And you felt like you were just, when you were watching those things, at least from what I felt, you were like having, not necessarily like a friend, but a companion that you could kind of like play with and watch on your phone or on your computer. And it's so much different now. But it is what it is, We have to adapt. But it's going to be interesting to see how this generation grows up with this type of content and how they live and how they perceive life in the next decade, in the next 10 years, how they communicate with people. It's going to be really interesting. Very bizarre probably as well. And I'm interested to see how it goes, and I hope the best, of course, but just based off my interaction I had with my little cousin at Thanksgiving, it was really bizarre. So I am very interested. But that's pretty much what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Again, I have a bunch of these car vlogs that I've done like this, essentially these car voiceovers that I'm just going to start attaching to my gameplay videos. Curious to hear what you guys think about social media. Going back to my gameplay videos, I am likely going to be buying a new computer, so I'll be able to play a couple more games and have some new content on there. I want to have Call of Duty content on my videos, just like all the other guys in this niche. The problem is I don't really play Call of Duty anymore, but maybe I'll get a Call of Duty game, maybe an older Call of Duty game on computer once I get my computer to play. But hopefully I'll do some like Minecraft ones too and whatnot. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm getting back on it, and I do have a bunch of these filmed. It's just I did not like how it sounded when I'm in the car with all the background sound, but now I just don't care anymore. It's just such a good time for me to record, and makes so much sense. I just believe it'll work. So I know I have some Clash Royale content I'm going to put on there, but I can use because I can screen record that from my phone, and I'm decent at Clash Royale. I literally am just playing it to record as having gameplay content for you guys. But yeah, no, of course I want your guys' feedback on this, but let me know how everything's going with you guys. And again, I appreciate you for listening, and peace out.